Hello. Hi. How are you? Good. Okay. Are you here for the personality test today? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Did you by chance have any reservation? Okay, yeah. Let me just check our schedule for the day. I think we should be open for the next hour. Yeah, okay, we're good. So I'll just write you in here. What was your name? Okay, thank you. Alright. So, can I ask what brings you to get your personality examined today? Yeah, just curiosity. I would totally understand. Before I actually get into the personality tests, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how our testing system works and then get some background information about you, okay? Yeah, so, here for our personality services, what we do is we use a combination of different types of personality exams. For example, you may know of like the Myers-Briggs personality test. We use that one. But we believe that just one test isn't enough, so we combine it with a variety of different tests and then some questions that we've come up with on our own to fill in some gaps. And then we use that with some background information about you to kind of paint a fuller picture of who you are and what made you who you are today. And we have a team of about 10 to 15 sociologists and psychologists go over your results. And then it takes about 2 to 3 business days to get back with you. So you won't be able to get your results today, but it won't take too long, I promise. Okay. Do you have any questions? Okay. Yeah. Now if you would just let me get some background information about you. Okay, so let me make a new file for you. Here, okay, yeah, you can just get comfortable. Just get comfortable and sit back. So take a little bit of time. No rush or anything. Okay. So first of all, can I ask how old are you? Okay. And I would like to know a little bit about your family structure, the family that you grew up in. Do you have any siblings? Okay. And then are they older or younger than you? Okay. Yeah, your family environment can play a big role in how your personality is shaped. And what is your occupation right now? Okay. And how long have you been doing that? Do you enjoy it? Always gotta ask. Okay. Oh, can I ask what is your highest level of education? Okay. And what did you study? Okay, that would make sense. With your job, I suppose. And then what is your native language? Okay, yeah, you'd be surprised how much your native language can influence the way that you think. It's really interesting. Yeah, the majority of the people that we work with do speak English as a native language, but occasionally we'll get some native Spanish speakers. Yeah, native Japanese speakers as well. And have you taken many personality tests before? Okay, so you've previously been given MBTI results. Are you familiar with the MBTI? It's like, for example, I'm INFJ, I think. Are you familiar with your letters? If not, it's totally okay, but yeah, I'd just like to know what your previous results might have been. And they very well might be different today. Our personalities do have a tendency to fluctuate over time depending on our environments, current circumstances, mental health, bunch of things. Okay, speaking of mental health, are there any aspects of your own mental health that you think would be important to share that might influence your personality? Okay. And have you sought any mental health treatments in the past? It could be therapy, psychotherapy, psychiatry. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I recommend therapy for everyone. Excuse my slow typing here. I'm typing with one hand. I don't know why I'm holding this pen. I'm gonna put it down. Okay. Where was I? Sorry, I lost my place. And you said you came in just because you were curious today? No, like serious reasons or problems? Okay. Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? We've had a lot of people come in. We started selling like a gift card or like a gift package where you could buy a ticket to come in and get your personality tested and give it to a friend, family member for like a present, and that's been pretty popular lately. So yeah, I think people are really interested in this sort of thing these days. Yeah. Okay, and I think should be about it for background information. Do you have any concerns or any details you would like to share with me? Anything that you think might impact your results or your perspective of the world? You know, like any events that may have happened in your past that really shaped you? You don't have to go into terrible detail, but yeah, just a basic. Oh, do you have any children? I totally forgot to ask that. That's kind of important. Okay. Got you. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to set this down now. And you just let me know if you need to take a break or, bathroom break, water break, whatever. Just like a brain break, a little mental break. Like I said, there's absolutely no rush today. Okay, so I'm going to open up our first exam here. Okay, so first we're going to be renewing your MBTI. You said that you've taken that one before. But, like I said, these things can change over time. Do you remember when the last time was that you took the MBTI? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it's okay. If you can't pinpoint an exact date, that's totally fine. No worries. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, jumping into it, I'm going to be reading you a series of statements, sentences, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. You can strongly agree, somewhat agree, neutral, somewhat disagree, or strongly disagree. I know that's a lot to remember. Sorry if you need to go over those a few times. It's totally fine. But basically, I'm going to read you a statement that you might agree or disagree with regards to yourself, your personal experiences, stuff like that. And try not to overthink it. Yeah, I know it can be kind of hard to answer these really quickly, but just try to go with your instinct and what resonates with you the most at first, okay? Okay, let's get started. So, first, you regularly make new friends. Agreed. Okay. Got it. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Okay. Very good. Next, seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Okay, thank you. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Okay. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Yeah, you can think about it, it's okay. Okay. Next, at social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people, and you mostly talk to the ones that you already know. Okay, got you. Next, are you ready? You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Completely finish before you start. Okay. You are very sentimental. Okay. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Okay. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Okay. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analyses of creative works. Yeah, I can read that again. That was a lot. You are not too interested, in discussing various interpretations and analyses of creative works. I know that's a tough one. That's a lot going on there. Okay. I got you. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. That was rarely worry about it. You don't really worry about it a lot. Okay. Got it. You enjoy participating in group activities. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. That's an interesting one. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Okay. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Okay. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Difficult to choose what to try next. Okay. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Oh, sorry, I'm going too fast. Prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Okay. Okay. Ready? You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Okay. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. Definitely not. Agree, disagree. Okay. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. Okay. It's okay to answer neutral to some questions. I know that some of them are hard to answer. Yeah, if possible, try not to answer neutral because we can't get any data from those questions, but sometimes it's okay. Okay, next, you prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Chores before you can relax. Okay, got it. You enjoy watching people argue. Okay. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Next, your mood can change very quickly. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. Okay. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. I'm guilty of that. Okay. You've always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. What, if anything, happens after death? Do you find it fascinating? Okay, I see. So I just wanted to let you know that we are 50% there, halfway there. And when I'm giving this test, we like to do an interim check-in. So that's what makes it a little bit different from just taking the test on your own. So I would like to take some notes here for just one moment. Okay. So far, have these questions been easy or hard for you to answer? You can say on a scale of 1 to 10. So 10 is super duper hard, like really difficult for you to answer. And then 1 is like really easy, so 1 to 10. 7, yeah. 7 is a very average answer. Yeah, I think the average answer is like 7.2 or something. We take average. Okay. And can you explain a little bit, give a little bit of a rationale for why you gave me that number? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, now, when you answer these questions, what most influences your answer? Is it your intuition, or do you actually think about previous life experiences and things that you've done to back up your response? So just kind of an automatic intuition. intuition thing, or are you really digging into your memories to look for evidence of your answers? Okay, sometimes a combination of both is common. Okay, totally understand. Now, if one of your closest friends or family member were to answer these questions about you, do you think that the answers would be similar or totally different? Yeah, we can answer this one on a scale of 1 to 10 as well. 1 being totally different, not at all what you answered. 10 being exactly the same, they know you inside and out. Okay, got it. Okay, and then if you could rate your experience so far on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, you hate it, 10 being you're having a great time. Okay, yes, thank you. Glad to hear you're not hating it. Okay. Alright, that wraps up the interim questionnaire. Put this down here. Get a sip of water. Do you need anything during the halfway point break? Okay. Yeah, just let me know if you need anything, okay? Okay. Are we ready to get back to our questions? Okay, awesome. So, you usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. You prefer to be around others than on your own or by yourself. Okay. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. You become bored when it's highly theoretical. Okay. Yeah. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very, very different from your own. Hard to empathize with people different. Okay. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. As long as possible. Okay. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Okay. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Okay. You enjoy going to art museums. You enjoy going to art museums. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. You have a hard time. Okay. You like to have a to-do list for each day. To-do list for each and every day. Okay. You rarely feel insecure. Rarely feel insecure. Rarely feel insecure. Okay. You avoid making phone calls. I don't know why I'm laughing. You avoid making phone calls. Okay. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. That was a little bit long. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. You're the one that contacts your friends initiates activities. Okay, got it. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Okay. I see. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Okay. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. So you rarely contemplate those things. You don't really contemplate them that much. Agree or disagree? Okay. Your emotions control you more than you control them. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their fault. Okay. I understand. Okay. Next. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Okay. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Okay. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I can think about it. I know it's a hard one. Okay. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Okay. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Busy, bustling atmospheres. Sorry. Okay. Next, you know at first glance how someone is feeling. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Okay. Next, you often feel overwhelmed. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Okay, gotcha. You're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Okay. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. You struggle with deadlines. Okay. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Okay. And then optional question at the end. What is your gender? Okay, thank you. Okie dokie. So let me submit those results to our researchers. How was that? Yeah, a lot of people say it's more difficult than they expected. Sometimes the questions really make you think about yourself in ways that you never considered before. Okay, so that was the first personality test. Now we're going to be moving on to the second test. Now this is a not so common test. You've probably never taken this one before. And this is asking some different types of questions. It's more of like about your daily habits and behaviors throughout your daily life. So and if there's anything that you're not comfortable answering, no pressure, just say skip. If you would like to skip a question, you could just say skip, okay? Okay, fantastic. So, please try to answer as honestly as possible. These are some multiple choice questions. So I'm going to read the prompt and then I will read you all of the answer choices and you tell me which one that you identify with the most, okay? Ready? Okay. First, I feel most energetic and focused in the morning, late at night, or during the afternoon and early evening. I feel most energetic and focused in the morning, late at night, or during the afternoon and early evening. Okay, good. Next, when I walk, I tend to do it fairly fast with long steps, less fast, head up, looking the world in the face, very slowly, fairly fast with small steps, or less fast, head down. I know that was a lot, so I'm going to read through those answer choices one more time. There was fairly fast with long steps, fairly fast with small steps, less fast, head up, looking the world in the face, less fast, head down, or very slowly. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Okay. Next, when you speak to people, you tend to stand with your arms folded, have your hands clasped, have one or both hands on your hips, touch or push the person to whom you are talking, play with your ear or hair, touch your chin, or smooth your hair. Okay, got it. Next, when you are relaxed, you usually sit with your knees bent, with your legs neatly side by side, your legs crossed, your legs stretched out or straight, or one leg curled under you. One more time. With your knees bent and your legs neatly side by side, your legs crossed, your legs stretched out or straight, or one leg curled under you. Okay. When you find something is really funny, you usually give a big, appreciative laugh, a laugh but not a loud one, a quiet chuckle, or a sheepish smile. Sheepish smile. Okay, one more time. A big, appreciative laugh, a laugh but not a loud one, a quiet chuckle, or a sheepish smile. Sorry. Alrighty. Next, when you enter a party or a social gathering, you tend to Make a loud entrance so that everyone notices you. Make a quiet entrance looking around for someone you know. Or make the quietest entrance trying to stay unnoticed. Loud entrance, quiet and look for someone you know, or super quiet to stay unnoticed. Okay. Next, if you are focused on a task and if you're interrupted, you are likely to welcome the break, feel extremely irritated, or vary between these two extremes. Either you're okay with the break or you're really irritated. Okay. Your favorite color is red or orange, black, yellow or light blue, green, dark blue or purple, white, brown or gray. So some of these colors are grouped together in one answer. So I'll put my finger up to make it easier to understand. Red or orange, black, yellow or light blue, green, dark blue or purple, white, brown or gray. Personally, my favorite color is not in this list, so I know this can be tough. Just try to pick whichever one you like the most, I guess. Sorry. Okay. Alright, now before you fall asleep, you're usually lying stretched out on your back, stretched out face down on your stomach, on your side slightly curled, with your head on one arm, with your head under the covers. So stretched out on your back, stretched out face down on your stomach, on your side slightly curled, with your head on one arm or with your head under the covers. Okay. Thanks. Alright, and then last question. When you dream, you are often falling, fighting or struggling, searching for somebody or something, flying or floating. You usually have dreamless sleep, where your dreams are always pleasant. Your dreams are always pleasant. Okay. Alright, let me just make sure you've answered every question here. Alright, now I will submit these. Alrighty. So now I will ask you to describe your experience with those questions. First of all, how was that? Again, I'll ask you scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you hated it, 10 being you enjoyed those kinds of questions. Okay, good to hear. And then how difficult was it for you to answer those questions? 1 being really easy, 10 being super hard. Okay. And what made it a little bit difficult for you? Yeah, I totally understand. There's a lot of answer choices, so a lot of options to consider. Yeah. And then I'm going to ask you this question again. So when you answer these questions, are you based off of your intuition, your initial gut feeling about it, or do you consider events in your past and analyze from your personal history before choosing. Okay. Okay. And then I know that in the exam, in this previous one, we asked about your favorite color. Was your favorite color listed there, or is that something different? Yeah, I need to know your actual, real favorite color aside from the choices that they gave. Just in case. Okay. Yeah, because personally, I like pink. And pink was not listed there. Neither was lavender. Yeah. A lot of great colors not included. I also like more specific shades or hues and stuff that's left out, so you can tell me a few. Okay. Okay. And do you think you've ever taken that exam before? No, okay, yeah. So like I said, this is not a common exam that people take for personality tests. Okay. So now I'm going to ask a few questions. Okay. So these are going to be styled a bit differently. For these questions, I'm going to give you two different things, and then I want you to kind of rapid fire tell me which one you prefer. So if I say blue or red, I want you to right away answer blue or red, whichever one you prefer in that moment. And for this, you don't need to have any reason. It doesn't have to make sense, just which one do you gravitate towards. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you. Okay. Now for this one, it's a paper test. So let me just get the page here. Okay. Do you have any questions before we get started here? It's simple enough. Alright, first question, let's go. Blue or red? Okay, up or down? Up or down? Okay, black or white? Pancakes or waffles? Okay, pants or shorts? Okay, summer or winter? Summer or autumn? Autumn or winter? Autumn or spring? Winter or spring? Spring or summer? Okay, hot or cold? Ice or fire? Roses or dandelions? Fish or birds? Cat or dog? Rock or pop? Man or woman? Okay. Just take a note. 1 second. Yeah, that was the first set of questions. Did you find anything troubling about that? Okay, yeah, just try not to overthink anything. The faster we go, the better. Okay. Day or night? North or south? East or west? Left or right? Smile or frown? Halloween or Christmas? Rain or snow? Rain or sunshine? Island or peninsula? Beach or mountain? Curly hair or straight hair? Okay. Blonde or brunette? Okay. Apple or banana? Kiwi or pear? Broccoli or spinach? Pepsi or Coke? Okay. Just give me 1 second there. Okay. Breakfast or dinner? Sorry, just finishing this set here. Okay. Coffee or tea? Couch or sofa? Saturn or Mars? The sun or the moon? Okay. Horizontal or vertical? Talking or listening? Laughing or crying? Puppy or kitten? Reading or writing? Okay. Library or bookstore? Okay. Pizza or pasta? Okay. Chocolate or vanilla? Chocolate or vanilla. Okay. And soccer or football? Okay, got it. Right, and that sums up all of the rapid fire questions. Right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was that? You hated it? You loved it? Okay. And how difficult was it for you? Scale of 1 to 10? Okay, yeah. Some people do find this one a little bit easier because we ask you to go with your intuition. And then of the 3 tests that you've taken today, 1, 2, or 3, which one did you enjoy the most? Okay, which one did you enjoy the least? Okay. I see. Okay. Do you have any particular notes or comments that you would like to share with us about your experience today? And do you have any advice for how this could be a better experience for other people? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Alright. Let me just put this away with your file. We're gonna paper copy to our researcher team, and they'll have access to your digital portfolio as well here. Let me just confirm that we've finished everything today. Yeah, that just about wraps up your appointment. Now, before you go, I need some form of contact, your email, your phone number, whatever you prefer, so that we can contact you when your results are available. Okay? Yeah, you can just give me your email. gmail.com. Okay. And you should receive your results from Elise Personality. ElisePersonality@gmail.com. So if it's from anyone else, it's not us, okay? Remember, Elise Personality. Okay. And you are just about finished. Thank you so much for coming in today. I hope you enjoyed your experience and maybe see you again soon. Okay. Bye bye. Take care, okay? Take care.